Guys, welcome to and welcome back. I am So Ronica, and I am so ready to remind you to sow into your future. So if you're interested in seeing how we create this next Ronica, and I am so ready to remind you to sow into your future. Alright guys, welcome to and welcome back. I'm So Ronica, and I am so ready to remind you to sow into your future. Oh, wait a minute. Sow into your future. There we go. So one of these days I will figure that out, okay? But yeah, y'all. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking the dresses that some would consider a failed attempt. I consider them a rough draft copy, okay? And I am measuring them, okay? Because I don't know how to measure myself, and I don't know how to translate those measurements onto paper and connect them. I don't know how to do it the correct way. So I'm measuring, I'm creating and adjusting. I've already created, okay? I got 2 rough draft copies. So now I'm measuring them so that I can see what's too big, because I know it's too big, but now I need to know what's the measurement for too big. And so now I'm gonna stay away from that. Okay. If something looks like, if the torso of something goes to, I think it was 24 inches, then I'm gonna be like, nope, we don't need this. We need half of that. Okay. I'm cutting everything in half. Anyway, I'm patient. I know Rome was not built in a day. And once I get this under my belt, y'all, hopefully I'll be able to help some other people that are struggling with in the same areas I'm struggling, because I know I can't be by myself. I've read some comments. There are some people that find it extremely difficult to grasp the concepts of bodice making and measurements and things like that. So anywho, so yeah, so right now I don't really have the fabric in mind for what I'm going to use this for this project. You don't know it till you sew it. Because I know after going through all of my fabric, I don't think you need to put an S on fabric. I think fabric is plural, right? Anyway, so after going through all of my fabric, I was like, I don't need to buy no more fabric. I need to use up what I have. Can I get a round of applause for that revelation? I said, I am not opening another crate to put fabric in. I guess I'll hit it on this side. So I know the skirt being 24 inches is too long. We know that. Push that up to the curve. And we are going to, I kind of don't like, well, I'm just going to do it. There we go. And that is 24. So I don't know why I'm doing the same thing I just said I don't need to do. Slide this over. Slide this over again. Got to adjust it to the table. For those who are new, you may be wondering why I keep pushing that aside. And now let's go straight across. We are not going to give up on making this style gown that we are thinking about. It's the reason It's the reason why it is on fresh in my mind. Can y'all see? What can y'all see? It's the reason why I can't get this ideal out of my head. Maybe because I'm going to master it. And then I will appreciate that I never gave up on it. Now, I do believe that there's some things you need to give up on, but your passions and dreams and hopes, that's not one. But no, I mean, just because it doesn't go right the first 100 times does not mean give up on it. So I want to bring to your attention that the reason why I'm using tulle is because I don't know, I don't know what that fabric is. I don't know what it is. Is it nylon that people use in place of the tulle? Like, anyway, so once I figure out what that fabric is, I'm sure it's going to be more expensive than tulle. So it's just good for me to use tulle right now with the practice garments. And then once I get good, I'll go out and purchase the real deal. Yeah, once I get good, I'll go out and purchase the real deal. I feel led to say this. Somebody needs to know that God has not forgotten you, that you are continuously engraved upon the palms of his hands. Your walls are continually before him. So here I'm just putting the clamps in it, and I didn't realize how many clamps I put in on that first side. That was unnecessary. And I'm just noticing one side of the skirt has more of a hip dip than the other. I don't know how I did that. So looking back on it, I realized that I should have just taken my hip curve ruler out and then did it that way. But even then, sometimes I have to serge off the hips because it's too big. Clamped in record-breaking time. Now we're going to hold it up to us. Can y'all see? Want to make sure y'all can see. So as you can see, that little curve is on one side more than the other, but that's okay. Because I'm probably just going to serge it a straight line anyway. All right. So we got our skirt. Put that there. All right. So next we want to get the, we might as well get the sleeves. Do we want the sleeves to be this? We're not going to do any sleeves. We're going to get the accuracy of everything else in this video. Focusing on one thing, and that is the connecting process of the sheer, the top bodice, making sure we ain't got too much boob showing, and the skirt, connecting the skirt with the zipper. Boom, bam. If I can get that together, I will be a happy camper. So I don't want to put too much bodice on here because I know it just needs to be short, just like shoulder, top of the shoulder bodice. Can't wait to use our weights. All right. So I'm going to need y'all to come closer. Why y'all way over there? All right. So we know we don't need any long torseled bodices. So I'm just going to slide this down a little bit. Let me see it. Got to see it before you see it. And I know I want the neck to be whatever that tight U is. Y'all see? Y'all get it? So really, it doesn't matter about the armpits, y'all. You know, what we want to make sure, I mean, it does matter about the armpits. At some point, you got to get the armpits correctly. But today, it don't matter about the armpits. Okay, so clearly I'm editing this video, so I could say the armpits are pretty important. Yeah, we don't want to neglect those. So if I could do it over, which I can do it over, and I will, I would have made this probably 1 or 2 sizes bigger, but then that would have left us back with a bigger bodice. So I probably would have just gone up 1 size. Yeah. And by 1 size, I mean just make it bigger than what it is, larger than what it is. And it's just gonna go, it's gonna go straight. Yep, it's gonna go straight. Come with me to the serger. So you got to make room for the boobs. You got to make room for the back fat. You got to make room for the side boobs. Okay. I'm not looking at the cohesiveness of the colors. I'm not looking at anything that I normally would pay attention to, which isn't a lot. But this is the part of the video where you want to turn your volume down so you don't wake up Pookie and Ray Ray now. Not going over it twice. All right, we got that. That's the tail. All right, we got our bodice block. The bodice block. So now you guys, I am serging the skirt together, and at some point I stop taking the pins out and I just serge the fabric off, which we're going to find out if that's the results of that. We know it's not a good idea because it may have barely fit the first time, and now it probably doesn't fit, but I don't know. For some reason I was feeling like it was big. I don't know. I don't know why I did it. Oh wait, no, I do remember why I did that, because that was the side that had that strong C on it, the curve, the hip curve. And I've done that in previous times, and all it does is kind of look like saddlebags on the side. So I just went ahead and took them things right on off of there. Look at our work. Admire what we've done. Yeah, I serged that hip dip right on off of there, y'all. Because why was it on there? Ooh. Very little stretch, but that's okay. We're losing weight. Does that have a hole? That has a hole in it. I don't know how that got a hole in it right there, but there's a hole. Honey, we're going to figure out something to put on top of that hole. So this is this. I love a good white skirt. And now this needs to be cut. So now we have to find something that we can, another fabric that we can, I think I got it. I think I got it in my head. You like, well, get it out your head, honey. Get it on the... This is 24 inches. I won't purchase any more long zippers, y'all. And I can't for the life of me remember why I ever started purchasing long zippers. Like, I know they have the short ones, the really short ones. They're like 6 inches. That's what I started off buying. And I remember thinking, I need more zipper. I need more zipper. But yeah, the sizes I've been getting is ridiculous. Like my back is not that big, and it's like I'm trying to put zippers down the sides of my pants. Now there's an ideal. I know it's already been, it's already out there, but I've never done it. Anyway. Okay, there we go. $67. You better act like it. If we're going to ever get to the point where we make beautiful gowns, in the words of Aretha Franklin, got to practice. Got to keep something under the needle. Aretha Franklin, she didn't say keep something under the needle, but she said beautiful gowns. Okay? And that's what we're trying to get to. That's the goal. Okay. So this is where the hole is. We about to try something else. So this is where the hole is, right? We may not even need the rest of this skirt. Realistically, the way my thighs are set up, we're going to need that and 2 more skirts sewn together. But have fun. Go off, sis. So as you guys can hear from the background, this is why I usually wait until the late in the evening to do my videos, because you can hear somebody in the shower, in the bathroom, and I try to spare y'all from that. Hit early so that I can see where everything is going to fall. Granted, these two need to be touching, but we got to find another fabric. Matter of fact, since this is purple, this is what I made this out of. This is a shirt. It was purchased from the Goodwill for, I think, 79 cents. That's back when they used to do that. Now I prefer to go to the Goodwill bins because you can just push your basket onto the scale and buy your clothing by the pound. But yeah, that's going to be the torso of the, you know what I mean? The attraction of the gown. Because it's definitely not the skirt. And it's definitely not the sheer. So that's what I'll call that. I'll call that the corset or attraction, the statement piece of the gown. Stay tuned. So guys, as you can see, this was where I pinned everything on the back of the mannequin. I did not open it up and actually put it on the mannequin until later on. And I did that just to make sure that I did not cut the front and the back of the bodice. I really wouldn't call that tulle a bodice. I would call it, because it's just the top of the shoulders. But anyway, so this is where the hole is, y'all. And I have an idea to put some fabric on the skirt, kind of how I did that tan video, the last tan video I did of the skirt set, of a skirt set. Just put some fabric right on through there, cut through there and put some fabric there. It's either that or the fact that this is a 24-inch skirt, and I specifically told myself that it did not need to be a 24-inch skirt, that it needed to be half of that. I can cut off the hole, I think. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a sheet of paper. Okay? And I want y'all to look up. All right, so now this is our back, right? So I'm just going to put a little bit of tracing from the armpit on down there. Sometimes you got to look like you know what you're doing. Even if you don't, just look like it. And God will give you the rest. He'll fill in the blanks. And this is the only piece of fabric that I want for, I forget what we was gonna call this. I'll watch the video over. So now we're gonna put this on the fabric. So yes, so I remembered it's the statement piece of the dress. So this is just supposed to be for the back of the statement piece of the dress. And so I need to come up with some sides and I need to come up with some fronts. Okay? In order for this to be successful. I have to remember that human beings are three-dimensional, and when I made that bodice, it was as if I was flat, like I left no room for sides. And I intentionally, I look back and I remember being intentional on, I'm just going to shave off the sides. Well, thinking that was the armpits were I don't know, y'all. Some things you would think I would catch in the moment of me messing up, but I don't. I guess sometimes in order to learn a lesson, it has to really be driven home. You know, like the word says, we learn obedience by the things which we suffer. But it's like some of these lessons I'm learning them because of the amount of irritation that I'm suffering through. Brought on by myself, self-inflicted nonetheless. But yeah, apparently this is how I learn. So I'm gonna lay this like such. Use my weights. Can't wait to use our weights. All right. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger just to give it seam allowance, I guess. I mean, I still should stick with the plan though. Let me just, okay, you want to act crazy? I will get some scissors out since you want to act cuckoo. All right, so that's one piece to the puzzle. And now we're just going to flip this over because hopefully things are asymmetrical. Hopefully. And let's make sure that this is also, there we go. I had to learn that the hard way. Stuff can be uneven, you know, underneath there. Anyway. I'm going to try to spare y'all the long videos. And if we have to do it part 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But them long videos, I mean, that way you can watch it while you're in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we got our back piece. Let's go ahead and pin this up. All right, so we're going to take our first piece. Now, you know what? I forgot that if I'm going to pin this, I might as well just go ahead and open it up. Because I'll forget and then I'll just go straight through both pieces. And we don't want that. So honestly, I should have known from me putting it on the mannequin and it fitting snug, knowing I'm a little bit bigger than the mannequin, but I kept going. Kept going. It's struggling to get over the boob area. Does that mean we should abandon the project? No. So I'm going to tell y'all now, I went ahead and did that top shoulder bodice tool. I did that over. I did it over off camera, made everything bigger than what it was. It's still shorter than what I normally do, so hopefully it's going to be able to fit around my body. Um, yeah, but I did that off camera. I didn't want to suffer you guys through that because you already know my style and method of getting there. So I felt like that was unnecessary for me to record that process. So what I did was I just laid that tulle shoulder pattern on top of the tulle and I just traced over it, making it two two sizes up. So like it wasn't an inch, I gave it 2 inches. I think 2 inches constitutes as two sizes up. Anyway, so now we are pinning everything on the mannequin. This way it gives us a glimpse into the possibilities of what it could look like. But now that we know that the other way was too big, this has to be right. This has to be closer to being right. It's almost like when you play that game hot and cold, you know, you're getting hot, cold. I feel like we're getting hot. I know we're getting hot. Now we're going to pin this like such and such. Trying to put it in the same asymmetrically. But this, Okay guys, so I'm not sure exactly how long a mannequin is supposed to last, but it's going on 5 months, or it's been 5 months. And my mannequin is starting to shift at the base. And so I think I'm gonna get some rubber cement. It comes in a tube, you squeeze it, once it dries, it becomes solid. And I think I'm gonna put that at the base of it just to stop it from rocking back and forth. It's gonna add to the hood cinematography of my videos. Yes, that was me when I worked at Arby's and I had free time, so I did a little Miss America, Miss USA sash, but it said Miss Arby's and I had a little crown on there. Yeah. Connected. Can y'all see the vision? Is it coming together? Okay, so I'm going to sew that to that with the sewing machine. Now, I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And now we're just going to, it's probably going to fall apart, y'all. Probably. Make sure I'm only cutting the one portion of the skirt. That was not supposed to happen. I just tripped over the table. Anyway. So now we're going to finish pinning this all together. I may want to do that on a flat surface. Yeah. And let's see, our hole is right here. Right by the zipper. All right. I had to have the mannequin step out of this. I couldn't pull it over her head. Is this inside out? It feels like we're missing a lot of the dress. I guess because the front's not on there. I'm going to go ahead and take these pins out of this skirt. Would I still have it inside out though? I do not know. I think the whole dress needs to be inside out. Y'all, it was good. It was a good idea, I feel, for me to pin this on the mannequin. But now it's just a little confusing trying to find where everything goes. I'm going to go ahead and take the zipper off, because we already know we want the zipper at the height of the yellow. I don't know if y'all can see this, but this tulle is yellow. So we're just going to remember to put that there. All right. And just to keep up with everything, I'm going to go ahead and sew this. It's like you're checking your boxes, and anything that'll make the process go easier, you know, to go ahead and have this sewn down, go for it. And then we'll work on the front. The front, I feel like it's going to have, let me try this on real quick. Even with the pins in it. Okay. This is the back. Okay, so we're going to definitely need some fabric for under there. All right, okay, so this is what the front looks like. Too small, too small, too small. We went from it being too big to now it's too small. I feel like I should sew it anyway and keep going, keep working with it. I'm gonna go ahead and sew these pieces on here.